From Cobb County, Georgia, we welcome you to baseball from SunTrust Park. Today, the third and final game in this three-game series between the Cincinnati Reds and the Atlanta Braves. Darren James makes his big league debut right after this. Aaron Blair gets the starting assignment for the Braves. What do you have for us on him, Danny?
Hey, man, we're getting a look at a guy that's really been struggling lately. In his last three starts, he has a whip of over 1.50. Lots of base runners, lots of hits, and lots of walks, and that doesn't add up to very good performances. So he's going to look to turn things around in this one here today.
One there, on to Freeman, and they turn the double play to end the inning. Around the horn they go. 5-4-3 to end the threat. Through an inning and a half, no score on the show. And now the Atlanta number 4 hitter, Darren James. And as you could imagine, the butterflies are fluttering as this is his first major league at-bat.
I know exactly what this guy's feeling right now, Matty, and I can tell you this. Fact, he cannot feel his legs right now. The only thing I was concerned about my first big league AB is if the camera guys could see my legs shaking.
The 1-0 is laid off, but in there for strike one. And set up behind the plate is Joe McDonald as you see the rest of our umpiring crew in this one.
You know, you got to take your time and feel Joe McDonald out behind the dish a little bit. He has a tendency to move his zone around, usually settling in those middle innings.
You know, all you ask for an umpire is to be consistent. At times, Joe Mack is a little bit too inconsistent, particularly from a pitcher standpoint.
Well, making it to the bigs was far from guaranteed for him. It's got to be a great feeling to finally have that major league jersey on his back, huh? The 2-1. Line drive to center field. Hamilton is there, and he has it for the first out.
Time for a look at the Cincinnati Reds on D.
And here's Jose Peraza. Not the shiniest of batting average as he comes in hitting down in the 220s for the year. This is popped up. Galvis over to his right, one away. Ready now for Cincinnati, Billy Hamilton. It was a double for him in his first turn at the plate.
This game is rolling right along as we move into the middle innings with no score. You'd think by now one of these two teams would be able to get some base runners on and get them in, but that hasn't been the case.
Stepping in, Darren James. 0 for 1 for him here in this one.
Darren James.
The pitch. And the changeup is way low that time. James has been a great story in the baseball world lately. His game has taken some major strides since his early days in the minor leagues, and he's had to prove himself time and time again to get to this point. The 1-0 is a fastball that misses.
Boy, you don't see that very often out of a rookie. That's a 2-0 count, and both of those pitches were really close. This guy has a pretty good eye.
Takes a look down at the knees for a strike.
I tip my hat to the batter right there for taking that pitch. Most guys would have definitely been swinging in that situation. 2-0 fastball, but that was not in the zone he was looking for. Move on to the next pitch.
Pulled toward right center field. Hamilton is there, 2 gone. Here's the second baseman, Scooter Gennett, and their runners at the corners now. The 1-2. This one's down to third. And he has delivered one of the biggest at-bats of the afternoon as he cashes in with a base hit. And they're going to take a 1-0 lead as the run comes across to score. At the plate, Jesse Winker, and we'll see what he can do here. 2 on, 2 away, 2 home so far this inning. Lifted the other way out to left center. Galvis calls for it. No trouble with this one, and the inning is over. Now back to the top of the lineup. Stepping in, Guillermo Vasquez. No hits in 3 tries so far. He's struck out once. Skied in the air to straightaway left. Moving under it, James. And that's the 3rd out. Reds lead 1. They're up 2-0. Into the box, Darren James is still hitless in the majors after 2 at-bats. No doubt he'd like to turn that 0 batting average into a .333 here.
Yeah, I know it's his first game, but after 2 at-bats, he should be able to slow himself down a little bit. I expect him to have a nice AB right here.
No balls and a strike to count. The 0-1 delivery. Took a wave at one around the shins with no luck. Lazy fly ball out to center field. Coming in is Hamilton. He gets there to make the play for the 1st out of the inning. In now for the Reds, Scooter Gennett. He singled his last time up. Here's the 0-2. That's lifted the other way out to left. Oh, and he has some trouble with it.
Hey, no runner, eat it.
Well, talk about having a pretty special game. That's his 3rd single of the game, D-Row. 3 for 4. Not a bad game.
Yeah, just not trying to do too much, Dan. Taking what the pitcher's giving him right here.
You might think it's just another win, but it's awfully hard to win in this game, especially on the road. But they find a way to get it done, and they should be very happy with this performance.
4-0 the score this afternoon. The Reds wrote an important. Time to get the weekend started with Friday Night Baseball from Busch Stadium in St. Louis. Tonight, the first of this 3-game weekend series between the Atlanta Braves and the St. Louis Cardinals. Stay tuned for Cardinals. Carlos Martinez, a right-handed native of the Dominican Republic, will be the starter. What do we need to know here, Danny?
Here's a guy that numbers can be a little bit deceiving. Has a whip in the 1.3 area and above range. It's a little higher than league average. He's been a little bit inconsistent. One good game, one bad game, but don't let that whip fool you. This guy's a much better pitcher than that. And if he brings his A game, he could be awfully tough in this one.
And fellas, we take a look at the Redbirds entering play here tonight. They come in looking to make it 2 in a row as they were winners last time out.
Yeah, Matty, this is a classic case of hitting is contagious. They scored a bunch of runs last game, and this team is flying high right now. There's a fight at the bat rack.
And he'll stay with it to put it away as they get their man here for the second out. In now, Jose Martinez. And as you take a look at the splits here, he's actually better against right-handed pitching this season. A swing and a ground ball to third. And that'll get on through into left for a leadoff single.
You don't see that too much in today's game. Most guys, it doesn't matter.
And now the Cardinals' number 4 hitter, Jed Jerko. And solid contact there as this ball is belted high in the air out to left. But that'll hit off the wall in left center. And he'll coast into second here with a 2-out double.
Man, they already hit one home run, and I thought they had a second one right there. Not quite enough behind it, though.
Stepping up to the plate, Darren James. His last at-bat didn't go his way as he popped out in foul territory. Here's the first pitch to him.
Come on, you can beat it. You can beat it.
Up to second for one. Relay to first in time, and just like that, the side is retired. So no runs on one base hit, no errors. Digging in once again, Darren James, runner in scoring position with two gone. First pitch of the at-bat on its way. The fastball here as he'll take a look at ball one, 1-0.
These guys have got to be frustrated as an offensive unit so far in this one. They haven't been able to crack the code on their opponent, but it's not like they're getting great pitches to hit either. This starter has kept the ball on the corners of the zone all game long.
The 1-0 is looked at for ball number 2.
Well, he's got a base open to use right here, and it looks like he might not be afraid to do that by the way he's pitching him.
Hits are even at 7 apiece. Outside, 3-0 now. He loses him on ball 4.
As the pitching coach heads out to the mound, I think this is probably just a case of giving your guy a chance to catch his breath, pump him up a little bit, let him know that he's got it under control.
Trying to pick things up where we left off, Freddie Galvis. We'll see if he can come through in a clutch spot here. 2 on, 2 out here in inning number 6. And the 2-out threat will not come to pass as the inning is over. Ready for another shot now. Yadier Molina. He's lined out and flied out in 2 plate appearances. We're in the 6th inning here in a 3-1 ball game. Hit in the air to left. James is there. He's got it, and there are 2 down now. Digging in to try it again, Darren James. He'll swing it from the left side right here. He's ready. Here's the first offering. And there's one well above the zone for a ball. One 0 count. Here it is. Takes a knee-high fastball.
Hey, nice adjustment right there for him to get on top of that baseball and drive it to the corner. The first pitch he obviously tried to overthrow, got under it, and it sailed on him a little bit.
Ready to deal. Here's the 1-1. A shot down the first baseline, but a foul ball. 1-2 now.
Great job by the pitcher right there to put him in the proverbial rocking chair. Slowed him down, sped him up, slowed him down. Let's see where he's going now.
Change of speed there, but it's taken for a ball. 2-2. Both teams with 8 hits in this one. This is line to left. Ozuna will get there, and he puts it away to retire the side. Left for Atlanta.
Always nice to get the first game of the series, but even more so when it's in front of the home crowd. Seems to energize everybody the rest of the series.
Tonight's ball game comes to a close. MLB The Show has baseball for you on a Saturday night in St. Louis. Luke Weaver, a right-hander from Florida, gets the ball as the starter here. What do you have for us on him, Danny?
One of the things that jumps out, if you look at that stat sheet, a very high whip coming into this start. One of the things he's going to have to do a much better job, keep traffic off the bases, keep the walks down, try to limit the amount of hits. He's had a rough go of that so far this year. Let's see if he can turn it around in this one.
And, fellas, we take a look at the Redbirds entering play here tonight. They've been in a nice little groove, winning 3 of their last 4 games.
Yeah, Matty, they've been playing some quality baseball. The first 4 games of this homestand, they've taken 3 out of the first 4, looking to capitalize and continue to play good ball today.
You know, Dero, this is time to get greedy. When you win 3 of the first 4, boy, if you can win 4 of the first 5, that sets up a...
In time as he just gets the tag down. So 2 runs. The next to bat for St. Louis, Greg Garcia. He carries a batting line in the 280s to begin this one. Kazmir sets. Here's the 0-1. This is hit the other way out toward left field. James is under it. 1 down. And the runner, not tagging, will retreat to second base. And now here's Mike Matheny's starting lineup for the Red. Digging in the switch hitter, Darren James. He went hitless last night in a game where his guys could push across only 1 score. Up and away to start the inning. It's 1-0. And there are our umpires for this one. Working the plate is Dave Lawrence.
Dan, we got Dave Lawrence behind the dish tonight. One of the best in the business, in my opinion, but sometimes has a tendency to fall into a pattern where he's given a little bit too much on that outside corner.
Yeah, D-Road, one of the things he'll do, he'll open up that outside corner, especially with left-handed batters.
But this is right at him in right field as he hardly has to move to take it in for the first out. Stepping up to the plate, Carson Kelly. He'll start things out against Scott Kazmir as we get the inning underway.
Hey, we're still in the early stages in this one. They're only down by a couple of runs, but it's really leadoff guy to try to get on and get a big...
Oh, he can't hang on. He's around first, heading for 2. And now over the wall. And this is going to be ruled a home run. And good for him. Carson Kelly has just launched his first major league home run. Hard to say how many more of these he'll hit in his career, but for now, I'm sure he's happy to say he's got at least 1.
Well, I think that any kid who's ever dreamed about playing this game dreams exactly this. Watching the ball disappear over the fence, then circling the bases in a big...
Ready for another chance? Darren James, as the switch hitter, will take his cuts left-handed here. First pitch coming. Here it is. Curveball that time, not even close. And a fastball just a bit high. 4th inning of a 2-1 ball game. Lifted down the line in left. On the move is Ozuna. And they can't run it down. Swung on and driven to right. And no doubt about it. And gone. An absolute bomb. So that's his first home run in the big leagues. And it's fair to say it's a moment he'll never forget.
Well, there's no doubt about that, Matt. People ask him 50 years from now who he hit it off of and what stadium he was playing in, and he'll remember it all. Heck, he'll probably remember what kind of pitch it was, too. Hopefully he can get the ball back so that can go in his trophy case forever.
Digging in and looking for more, Dexter Fowler, as he'll look to bring home that tying run from second with a base hit into the outfield. The 1-2. In the air out to straightaway left. James will reach out with one hand to make the catch on the move, and that ends the inning. Cards forced to settle for one. On to the top of inning number 5 we go. Stepping in for the Braves, Darren James.
And that last at bat when he went deep, he turned around a pretty good fastball. So I'm kind of thinking this guy's a good fastball hitter. So I might want to up and down and in and out and try not to throw it right down the middle of the plate.
A high fastball is in there. Gil Martin, a California-born ball player. He was a first-round pick during the 2014 draft.
Yeah, he has turned himself into a really nice ball player. I wouldn't put him on a superstar level, but you know what? They didn't miss with this pick either. You go into high rounds and you carve out a career the way this guy has, nice pick.
There to take it is Fowler as that becomes out number 2. Stepping in and ready for another shot, Darren James. He'll start things out here in a tie ball game. Here's the first pitch to him. 9th inning underway now as the first pitch is taken for a called strike. As we near the end of this one, it's clear the long ball has played a big role in today's outcome. Dan, D-Row, what are your final thoughts on what we've seen?
Yeah, just non-competitive pitches in some big situations, Dan, and the offense took full advantage.
Yeah, you know, D-Row, one of the things about pitching is you want to have location, and it was obvious in this one today that the pitchers weren't on point, and what happens when that happens? Hitters make you pay, and the long ball was a big part of this one here.
The 2-1 home will not catch the zone. Ball 3.
Time to focus here. This game is way too close to be walking, guys, so we'll see if he can make him swing the bat on this next pitch.
He's set. Here's the 3-1. Line towards center field. And not the start they were hoping for as the leadoff man is kept off base to start the 9th.
I know they say sometimes.
Ready once again, Jed Jerko steps in to get the home side started here in the 10th.
Listen, it's not easy coming back off the closers, but this guy hasn't been super dependable.
Oh, and this is hit high and deep out to left. James racing back, still ranging back. That one is out of here. This game is tied. Here's the catcher, Yadier Molina. Previously against Vizcaíno, he's 1 for 2. Now the 1-2 coming to Molina. Line toward the alley in left center. And that's in for his second hit of the afternoon.
Hey, that's a nice piece of hitting right there. 2-out base knock to put the winning run on base. Let's see if someone can catch a gap and end this thing.
The next to bat for Atlanta, Darren James. He's 1 for 4 for the game. Here's the first pitch. Sinker stayed high but called for a strike. The 0-1. Lifted the other way to left center. On the move is Ozuna. He gets there to put it away, but the runner tags and breaks for third. And he is in there at third as the possible go-ahead score. So striding in, Tommy Pham. He'll be looking for something he could drive into the gap and drive home that tying run from first. Pham connects and sends it to deep left field. James ranging back, and a great diving effort there, but it'll just tip off his glove, and it's a base hit.
Well, unfortunately, being close isn't quite good. Well, they had to put in a couple of extra innings of work, but Hey, listen, a win is a win, and any win is good, especially on the road.
And tonight's one-run game comes to an end, 6-5, the final. The Atlanta Braves wrap up their 20th road.
A newcomer to the big leagues is interviewed about a milestone moment in his young career. Rain falling here in the tri-state area as we... So stepping in, Darren James. Day off for him yesterday, but back out there for this one. First offering on its way. Off the plate and away there. 1 ball, no strikes. And as the Yankees get started here tonight, guys, they've been in a nice little groove, winning 3 of their last 4 games.
Yeah, Matty V, and you know what, D-Row, now I guess it's time where you push that go button. You're getting a little sense of urgency. They find themselves in 3rd place, and if they want to be part of the postseason picture, it's time to get going and get going pronto.
Yeah, it's taken too long for this team to carve out any identity for themselves. They're going to have to find a way to get on a roll, offensively or pitch better. Something's got to change.
So let's take a peek at our umpiring crew in this one. Behind the plate is Clyde Washington.
You know, D-Row, he is a pitcher's best friend, Clyde Washington. Down in the strike zone, he'll definitely call that ball right at the knees.
If he's consistent with it, Dan, which Clyde always is, I'm okay with it.
3 runs already home here. Popped him up. Bird is over, and he tucks it away for the 2nd out. And now here's the starting 9 for the visiting. Digging in now for the Yankees, Aaron Judge. And as you take a look at the splits here, he's actually better against right-handed pitching this season. 0-2, here it comes. This one's down to 3rd. And that gets through for a 1-out base hit.
Well, not the way you'd like to draw up an 0-2 pitch, D-Row, but from a hitter's perspective, a pretty good job of staying alive. 0-2.
Next for New York, Austin Romine, and he's a guy looking to break out in a big way. Hasn't been getting the results he or his club have been hoping for. And this ball's pretty well struck high and deep to left field. Gone!
There are some pitchers that pitchers think are pitchers' pitches, and you don't.
Digging in for his 2nd at-bat, Darren James.
Darren James.
First offering on its way. Takes a high fastball for a strike. Really starting to pour now, and the forecast is not showing any signs of a break in the weather.
Total agreement, Matt, in particular that pitcher's mound. You know, one of the things you have to really be careful, not just for the position players, but that mound gets awfully slippery and awfully wet when it becomes moist like it is right now. So the umpires are going to have to really pay attention to the conditions on the field.
James hails from the Prairie State of Illinois. He was taken in the 26th round during the first-year player draft of 2018.
Hey, this guy's got a chance to be an absolute steal. being drafted where he was, there are definite signs that he has a chance to make an impact at the big league level.
Hit on the ground to third. Throw to first in time. One gone here in the fourth. Striding in once again, Darren James. He started out the evening 0 for 2 so far. First pitch coming. Here it is. There's a swing and a drive hit well out to right field. Judge looks up, and it's gone as they add still another. A solo shot here to straightaway right field. Home run number 2 for him on the year, and the lead is now 7-2.
Hey, that's one of the toughest parts about standing out there on the bump. Giving up a long home run or giving up a bomb at any time as a pitcher. You just have to regroup and get back on that horse.
Stepping in, Darren James. He'll swing it from the left side right here.
It'll be interesting to see if they use that changeup in this at-bat. That last at-bat, that was a changeup he hit for a home run. I'm going to see if this time they don't go to more fastballs and curveballs.
He's ready. Here's the first offering. A fastball right down the middle for a strike. Well, you don't need us to tell you it's really starting to come down out there. I can't imagine the umpires will let this go too much longer if it doesn't ease up.
Well, you could say that again, Matt. It's raining cats and dogs out there. Make sure you don't step in a poodle. I think it's time to get the grounds crew out.
There's one. Now at the plate, Kurt Suzuki head-to-head with Adam Warren. He's 2 for 4. Throw over to the bag, and he'll dive back in. And again a throw, and the runner back safely. The 1-0 home. Runner goes for second. That's a strike to throw down. And he can't hold on to the throw as it short hops him and eats him up.
Well, they threw over there multiple times thinking he was going to try to swipe that bag, so they were onto him, but he just waited it out and took off when he had the chance. Nice job of base running there.
He's set. Here comes the 1-1. Slow roller back to the mound. Throw on to first, and that error won't come back to haunt him after all as the inning is over. Nick Castellanos now. And Dan, this could be a real make or break situation at this point in the game.
Yeah, Matt, at least scoring 1 run in this inning is so important to them to possibly get back into this thing. Baseball doesn't have a clock, but you only have 27 outs to work with. They're running out of those pretty quick.
And the 2-out threat will not come to pass as the inning is over.
Yeah, that's what you want to do when you're playing on the road. Take it right to the home squad and get a win. Now the pressure is off. If they get one of the next 2, the series is theirs.
And tonight's final, 7-3. Atlanta jumped out to an early lead in the first and never looked back. Mike Foltynewicz wins his 3rd of the season. Jordan Montgomery permitted 6 earned runs to come across in the losing. Tuesday night baseball now from Yankee Stadium here in the Bronx. Tonight, game 2 of this 3-game interleague series between the Atlanta Braves and the New York Yankees. These two should provide some big-time fireworks. First pitch is CC Sabathia, the southpaw out of the Golden State, gets the call here. Dan Plesac, what's the word on him?
Hey, one of the things this guy does really well, neutralize the left-handed hitters. On the season, lefties are hitting under 250 against this guy, so whatever he's doing against lefties, it certainly works.
0-1 the count. Bases are empty here with 2 men out. Hit well on the ground to first. And the inning will continue as that's through for a 2-out hit.
That's the swing right there. You spoke after.
So coming to the plate, Kurt Suzuki. Previous history with Sabathia, he's collected 11 hits in 39 at-bats. He's also taken him deep 4 times. Now the 1-1 pitch. This is line to left. In there, a base hit.
Obviously, this is a pitcher's nightmare, but it's a manager's nightmare, too. It's only the first inning, and your starter has already given up 4 hits. The last one, an absolute frozen rope. The last thing he wants to do is get someone up in the pen, but he might not have any other choice.
Now to the plate, Freddie Galvis. And the home-away splits tell us he's actually quite a bit better hitting on the road than he is at home. Grounded to third. Scooped up on the backhand. Throw on to second for the force, and the side is retired. 2 runs on. At the plate, Gary Sanchez. And as you take a look at the splits here, he's actually better against right-handed pitching this season. On its way, the 0-1 pitch. Pulls this one in the air out to left. James is under it. He's got it 1 away. With that, it's time to check out the starting. Coming to the plate now, Darren James. He reached on a single in his first try. Now the first pitch from CC. And a fastball to start things out here. Not close. It's a ball and no strikes. And set up behind the dish is Clyde Washington, as you see the rest of our umpiring crew there.
Yeah, Matty, Clyde's my type of umpire. I didn't mind the low strike zone, and that's exactly what he has. If you're not going to give him above the belt, I'm okay with it.
D-Row, you know, one of the things I guess with Clyde is he is a real good low strike umpire. Pitchers seem to like him more than hitters, but one thing I will say, he has a very consistent zone. It's a low zone, but a consistent zone.
Too tight with that one. 3-0. Coming down in buckets. Cats and dogs. Insert metaphor here, and the forecast is not showing any signs of relief.
You know, one of the big issues is player safety, and right now this field is getting sloppy wet, Matt, and I don't know how much more rain this field can take.
3 balls and a strike to the Braves left fielder. The 3-1 pitch. Line toward the alley in left center. And this is going to get down for extra bases, as that'll get 2 and possibly all 3 home. 1 run is scored. And the runner from second is in to score. It's 6-1.
They say when it rains, it pours, and it's pouring out there right now. Drives in 2 more with that shot, making it 4 runs in the inning. This inning is starting to get away from him.
Digging in, Kurt Suzuki. He hits here in a spot where he might be able to put this one out of reach.
Yeah, Matt, down 5. Another run across here could very well put the nail in the coffin. Mentally, they might still feel like they've got a shot if they could get out of this jam, though.
The 1-2. Skied in the air to straightaway left. Gardner is there. He makes the catch. Here comes the runner from third. And he will get in to score, and it's a run batted in on the sacrifice fly.
Usually when you score a lot of runs in one inning, like this inning, you're doing a lot of things right. And how about this? A sac fly to drive in another run. They have to be happy with this.
James at second with 2 down. And now a bunt attempt here as he gets this one down. Castellanos barehands it. Throw not in time, and that'll go as a bunt single. At the plate, Ozzie Albies. No official at bat for him, but he has scored a run in this one. Hit hard up the middle. And that'll get by into center field for a base hit. They'll cash in here as the run is in to score from third. It's an 8-1 ball game. Coming to the plate now, Darren James. He drove in 2 with a double in his last at-bat. First offering on its way. Right on the corner, a fastball that he takes for a strike. 2 out, nobody on. Got him to reach for it there as this is grounded to short. Sliding stop by Espinosa. Got him. So they get a couple of runs on 2 hits, no errors, and no one left aboard. We'll move on to the bottom of inning number 3. Here's big Aaron Judge. He was a strikeout victim in his first try. All even at 2-2. Here it is. Here's a shot to left field and deep. Look at this. And that one is gone. On a 2-strike count with 2 away in the inning.
Yeah, after this blast, the 3rd home run of the game.
Striding in, Darren James. He got on top of one and was a ground out victim last time. First delivery to him on the way. Fastball here too low, and it's 1-0.
Listen, I'm not trying to make up an excuse, but this is this guy's 5th inning of work in this game out of the bullpen. Are you kidding me? Nobody goes 5 innings anymore.
And the fastball hitting 93 on the gun. It's 1-1. Well, there are the judges' chambers, and what a cool thing it's become here in the Bronx, and well-deserved for Aaron Judge, of course, with the way he exploded onto the scene as a rookie in 2017.
What a magical year 2017 was for Aaron Judge. The slogan, "All Rise," fit him perfectly. What's really cool about it was the Yankees weren't even sure he was going to make the team coming out of spring training. He emerged into the scene, was the talk of baseball going into the All-Star break. Finished that off with a powerhouse into the season. One of the best young players the game in baseball has seen in a long time. All rise, Aaron Judge.
And he'll get there in plenty of time to put this one away, and that ends the inning. So digging in now, Jace Peterson. He's hitless in his 2 at-bats so far.
Jace Peterson.
The 0-1. Swing and a looper to left. And that'll get down for a base hit.
No runner, home. Eat it.
Hey, there's a base hit right there. Now they have a couple of runners on with less than 2 outs, but they're down by so much.
Here's Leonis Martin. He doubled earlier and carries a 2-for-2 line into this appearance. This is in the air out to left field. James sprinting after it. He tracks it down and makes the play to record the 2nd out. Standing in, Jace Peterson. 2 outs and 2 runners aboard here in the 7th inning. The 2-2. This one's down to 3rd. And that will conclude matters here in the 7th. Now at the plate, Darren James. He's 2 for 4 in the ballgame.
Darren James.
First pitch on its way. And that one stayed up a little high. 1 out, nobody on. Missed with a breaking ball.
That was a non-competitive pitch right there, and he finds himself behind 2-0 in this situation. He's going to have to locate something down the zone to get himself back in this count.
And that catches the outside corner. It's 2-1.
You get yourself into count leverage 2-0 right there. You're looking to come unglued on something and be very aggressive. That ball had to nip the corner for him not to pull the trigger on it.
That's lifted the other way out to left. Gardner is there. Makes the play, and there are two gone now. Now at the plate, Gary Sanchez. He was sent packing on strikes in his last trip. He's set. Here comes the 1-1. Pulled high in the air out to left field. James on the move, and he tracks it down. A nice running play to record the second out.
This was just a nice win for these guys. They did most of their damage in that big second inning and did what they had to the rest of the way to secure this win.
10-3 at the end of this contest. The Braves scored 10 runs.
This manager appeals to his hitters to be more discerning at the plate.
On a good Thursday night for baseball in the Badger State, we're inside Miller Park in Milwaukee. Tonight, the first of this 4-game weekend set between the Atlanta Braves and the Milwaukee Brewers. Stay tuned for Brewers baseball next. Brent Suter will be the man on the mound for the Brewers. Dan, any thoughts?
Hey, one of the keys to this guy is throwing strikes. He's not a big strikeout pitcher, only averages less than 7 strikeouts per 9 innings pitched. So he's more of a pitch-to-contact guy, and you'll know if he's on early. He needs to get quick outs early in counts.
I mean, that has to frustrate the guy on the mound right there. You get him down 0-2, no put-away pitch, works the count back to neutral, and is able to mix in a base hit.
So striding forward now, Darren James, as he'll get his first opportunity in this one. First pitch of the at-bat on its way. And a fastball just below the knees, ball 1. And guys, we take a look at the Brewers entering play here tonight. 4-2 over their last 6 games, including a win last time out.
Yeah, Matty, this is a classic case of hitting is contagious. They scored a bunch of runs last game, and this team is flying high right now. This is a fight at the bat rack.
It's a high fly ball headed for the left field corner. If it stays fair, it's gone. And that nearly broke our scoreless tie. Instead, it's a foul ball. Now a drive out to the gap in right center. Around first, digging for 2. And he will pull into second with a 2-out double.
There's no question he's been struggling at the dish lately, trying to do anything to get himself going. So he's got to feel pretty good after that double. Not to take anything away from him, but I think I could have probably hit that pitch.
Yeah, that's one of those gift pitches, not the location he was shooting for. And the next in is Johan Camargo, runner in scoring position with 2 gone. Now the 0-1. Pulls this one in the air out to left. Arcia has a play. He makes the play, and that'll end the inning. set to get his evening at the plate started, Jesus Aguilar. And it's been a real struggle for him with the bat so far this year, looking to get things turned around in a hurry. Swung on and hit in the air to left. James will settle under it to make the play for the first out, as the runner will have to head back to first.
All right, the Atlanta Braves attack you on defense this one.
Next for Milwaukee, Brent Suter. The 2-2. Hit in the air to left. Swanson shading to his right. He's got it, and there are 2 down now. Now at the plate, Darren James. He'll try to follow up the double in his last at-bat with another big hit right here. First pitch coming. Here it is. And he takes ball 1. Suzuki stands at second with no outs. And a fastball in there for a strike. 1-1. The 1-1 home is offered at and missed. He chased it for strike 2.
He had some really good late action on that slider right there. It's hard to do anything with that pitch unless you're sitting on it and catch it out front before it breaks all the way in.
Looking for the strikeout. Here's the 1-2. Fastball called, strike 3, and there's the first out of the inning. Opportunity now to peer into the... Stepping in and ready for another shot, Darren James. He got called out on strikes his last time through. First offering on its way. Missed with a breaking ball.
Wow, that was a decent breaking ball right there, but that's just a pitch that's a little easier to lay off of when you're opposite-handed, opposite bat. You could see the sweep of the ball coming right into you. That was a great take.
2-0 now. 1 run on 3 hits and no errors so far for Atlanta. Down low, and the plot thickens here. 3-0. Johan Camargo is on deck. Now a ball sliced out of play down the left field line. And he lays off here. A nice job. It's ball 4. First and second now with 1 away. And time will be called here as the pitching coach heads out to the mound and hopefully try and settle this guy down a bit. Digging in to try it again, Johan Camargo. He comes in 0 for 2 thus far. Hit weakly back to the mound. Backhanded. Throw won't get him.
You know, D-Rose, sometimes one of your best friends are your own teammates right there. Good hustle from first base to beat that throw to second, and guess what? He bought his battery made a knock.
Yeah, he definitely bought him a knock. You know what else he's going to buy him? He's going to buy him dinner on the road at some point, because that's some significant hustle right there. It was a nice play. The internal clock of the defender thought he still had a chance at second. Wasn't meant to be.
But he'll put this in his pocket and be content with just the 1 out. And he'll try to get back now, but it's not going to work. The throw. So striding in, Domingo Santana, as he'll look to bring home that tying run from second with a base hit into the outfield. Trying to hold the lead. Here's the delivery. Pulls this one in the air out to left. James has it in his tracks. He's got it to end the inning as they'll strand the tying run in scoring. Ready for another shot now, Darren James, as the switch hitter will take his cuts left-handed here. First pitch coming. Here it is. And that one just missed outside.
Well, this inning pretty much has been one to forget for him, but he's still out there, and it's only going to get worse if he dwells on it and lets the frustration take over. Easier said than done, though.
He pulls this one into right, but he will close fast out there in right field as he comes on to put it away, and the inning is over.
Well, maybe a little bit of a problem is they had to wind up going to that bullpen quite a bit. 5 pitchers are going to combine to finish this one to get the win.
And this evening's contest comes to a close. 5-3 the final. Atlanta used a 3-run 7th to help propel them to the win. It's a Fish Fry Friday in the parking lot, and we'll have baseball from Miller Park. Into the box now, Jonathan Villar. He'll lead things off here in the bottom half of the first. The 2-1. This one's down to third. And a good effort on the dive that time, but this will get by him for a base hit.
Dan, I'll tell you, it doesn't matter what it looks like right there. That lawn dart felt so good.
Here's Ryan Braun now. He carries the 8th best batting average in the National League entering play. He's ready. Here's the 0-1. There he goes. This one's flared toward left center. And that's in there. Base hit. And he is in there.
Well, that's an aggressive tactic by the manager right there. You don't see that often. Hit and run.
Set to get his evening at the plate started, Jesus Aguilar. And it's been a real struggle for him with the bat so far this year, looking to get things turned around in a hurry. Pulled high in the air out to left field. James is in pursuit. He's got it, and they get out of the jam unscathed. Leave them loaded, and this is still a 0-0 ball game.
Left fielder.
Digging in the switch hitter, Darren James. He'll get to take his first cuts here. Here comes the first pitch. There's a knee-high pitch that catches the zone. And set up behind the plate is Ricky Holiday, as you see the rest of our umpiring crew there.
Yeah, Dan, we got Ricky Holiday behind the dish tonight. I can't figure his zone out. He doesn't favor the hitter or the pitcher and can be a little too inconsistent at times.
Zero, you hit the nail right on the head. I think one of the things we're looking for a consistent zone. If it's a tight zone, it's a high zone. Have the same.
Digging in once again, Christian Yelich. 0 for 1 for him here in this one.
Christian Yelich.
Hit on the ground out to short. Played on the backhand. And the 2-out threat will not come to pass as the inning is over. Striding in once again, Darren James comes into this at bat 0 for 1 in the ball game. First pitch on its way. There's a strike.
Yeah, I'm shocked he let that first pitch go right there. High fastball, but usually those ones travel the furthest.
Oh, 1 count. Here's the pitch. Swing and a miss out in front of a changeup.
Wow, that changeup is an absolute beaut. They call it the great equalizer for a reason.
And that's into the corner, a foul ball and right. Flowers gets his lead at first, nobody out. And certainly no offer at that one. It's 1-2. It's put in play to the right side of the infield. Oh, and he can't come up with it. Digging in for his second at-bat, Freddie Galvis flied out in his first at-bat, so make him 0 for 1 so far. Set to deliver the 0-1.
Make the turn.
Hit toward the right side. And he'll take it to the bag himself for the out. And the next in is Johan Camargo. So far, 0 for 1 with a flyout. 3-0 now.
And remember here, there's an open base at first, so a walk is not the worst thing that could happen right here.
And he looks at one that misses, ball 4, so that'll load him up, but at least the double play is in order here with one away.
Center fielder, number 2, Cameron Mason.
Hit back up the middle. He'll throw home with it, and they're able to get the force at home for a big out number 2. So they're fortunate to get the force at the plate, but they might have gotten a little greedy there by not trying to go to first, so the bases will remain loaded. Here comes the 0-2 pitch. Soft liner to the right side. Throw to first is going to be in time, and the Braves rally comes up short as that's out number 3. Braves will strand 3. Halfway home, still no score. Now back to the top of the Milwaukee order, digging in Jonathan Villar, as he'll look to bring home that tying run from second with a base hit into the outfield. Trying to hold the lead. Here's the delivery. Hard ground ball to third, and that's through into left, a base hit. And they're going to hold that runner at third base, as even with 2 away, they didn't like their chances there.
Boy, so frustrating as a pitcher. You make a quality pitch on the inside half of the plate right there. Try to bust him in, D-Row, and he fights it off the other way. Yeah,
Ready once again, Darren James. A hit in 2 tries so far. Pitch on the way. Skied in the air to straightaway left. Braun has a read on it, and that's the first out of the inning. Ready for another chance, Darren James. He flew out in his last at-bat. Ready with the first pitch. Here it comes. Takes a high fastball for a strike. 3 runs, 7 hits, and no errors so far for Atlanta. High in the air and deep to straightaway left. Back goes Braun. He can't get there, so the inning will continue. And a good job to get to it quickly and get it back in. That'll hold him to a 2-out single.
Boy, there's a long drive bullet off the wall right there, but the outfielder does a really good job, D-Row, of getting that one quickly and getting it back in to keep him at first for a long single.
Yeah, and also nice job by the base runner not there. Not putting his head down, being over-aggressive and getting thrown out at second base. He saw the play happening in front of him and put the brakes on and got back for a base hit.
Yeah, D-Row, I think he would have been toast if he tried to stretch that one into a double.
And he is out at second. Digging in now for the Brewers, Patrick Klava. 0 for 3 with a couple of strikeouts for him to this point in the ballgame.
Starting to run out of time. They haven't been able to score any runs as we're moving late into this one. A perfect time for this leadoff guy to try to get on base and ignite a rally.
Hey, excellent job right there, leading off the inning with a base hit. We got to keep this line moving. We cannot stop. Nobody can make it.
Well, it's getting more and more common in baseball now these days to use a ton of pitchers to get through a game, and it took 6 here to get the job done, but hey, they'll do whatever they can to get a W.
Just a few miles off the shores of Lake. Ulysses Chassin is on the mound for the Brewers in this one. Dan, any thoughts?
Yoelis Chacin used to be at one time one of the premier power pitchers in the game of baseball. Big arm with good sinking action. 94 to 96 miles an hour. His slider inconsistent at times. If he's throwing it for strikes, it's a swing and miss pitch. The thing with Yoelis Chacin, he needs to throw strikes early to give himself a chance to use that big sweeping breaking ball.
On its way, the 0-2 pitch. Swing and a ball hit softly on the ground. The 0-2 once more. High and deep to right center. Kane going back. Still going back. And a leaping effort at the wall, but it's in vain. A home run. So it's a 2-run shot to right center. Third home run for him on the year. And it's given Atlanta a 2-0 lead.
He saw a few balls down in the zone earlier in that at bat, but finally got a pitch he liked and promptly deposited over the fence. Made the pitcher pay for his mistake, which is exactly what you're supposed to do.
Settling in now, Jonathan Villar. His career line with Foltynewicz. He's 1 for 5. That's lifted the other way out to left. James is there. 2 gone. And with that, time to take a glance at the starting 9 for these Brewers. Mark, daytime baseball at home. Trying to pick things up where he left off. Darren James. He hit a 2-run jack in his first at-bat.
Yeah, Matt, that last one wasn't exactly a tape measure shot, but listen, a home run is a home run. I know a lot of pitchers, they call that a wall scraper in his last AB, but listen, it counts as a home run nonetheless.
There's a belt-high strike to even the count at 1-1. From the windup, the 1-1 pitch. No offer on that one. 2 balls and a strike. Now the 2-1. Will not catch the zone. Ball 3.
He's had command of his pitches all day, hasn't walked a soul, but we find ourselves in a 3-ball count here. Want to see how aggressive he gets in the zone.
Bases are empty here with 2 men out. Fouled off. Now the 3-2 pitch. A swing and a drive sent out toward the gap. Santana racing back to the track, and it's gone as they add still another. Solo shot to right center. His second home run of the game, and the Braves add on. It's 4-0. So that was the 3rd home run for these guys today.
D-Rose, some days the fellas walk in with their hitting shoes on, and this looks like one of those games.
Yeah, but there's a saying going.
Next for Milwaukee, Domingo Santana set to lead us off in the home half of the 4th inning.
Lots of baseball left in this one as we're still early on, but you don't want to fall too far behind. They're already down by a bundle, and one of the things you want your leadoff guy to get on and set the table for the big boys to start driving in some runs.
Digging in and looking for more, Darren James, already 2 for 2. He'll look to add on right here.
This guy's having a pretty good week so far in one game. His last at-bat is second home run of the game. We'll see if they'll pitch him a little bit more carefully in this AB.
First pitch on its way. And he takes a pitch right down the middle.
Hey, that's a huge pitch right there. You've got to get ahead. When you start to see traffic on the base pass, your defense starts to tighten up a little bit. The best thing to do is pound the zone and get ahead 0-1.
He pulls this one high and deep to right center field. And this ball is gone. No chance to make a play on that one. So a 3-run shot to right center field. His third home run of the ball game as they've widened this lead to 8 now.
Well, in hockey, they'd call it a hat trick. Hitting 3 home runs in one outing is a heck of a lot harder and a lot more rare. He's having an afternoon he'll never.
Now batting, shortstop, Orlando Arcia.
Skied in the air to straightaway left. James will reach out with one hand to make the catch on the move, and that ends the inning. This one pretty well in the bag. 8th inning coming up. It's the Braves 8 and the Brewers 1. Corey Knebel enters now in a mop-up role as he'll try to keep the deficit right where it is.
Corey Knebel.
Darren James will stride in again as he looks to join a very elite list. We take you back to earlier. This was home run number 3 in the ball game as they'll try and join just a select few with 4 home runs in a single game. First pitch coming. Here it is. And the changeup is way low that time. With this one almost in the books, the story was clearly the long ball. What are your thoughts on this offense, fellas?
Well, Matty V, I don't know what your thoughts are, D-Roll, but boy, when the weather starts to warm up and the ball starts jumping out like this, it's clear that the pitchers need to start making better pitches.
Yeah, just great approach. No one really chased today. Really stayed staunch on their ability to get that pitcher to come into the heart of the plate, and they did damage with it.
Here's the 2-0. And this is a called strike at the letters. Looked like ball 3, but make it 2-1 instead. Three balls and a strike to the Braves left fielder.
That one missed, but if it's a strike, I don't know how you get the barrel of that pitch. You have to really be sitting on it to hit a fastball coming in that hard on the inside part of the plate.
Drilled on the ground to short. Throw on to first in time, so the leadoff man is set down to open up inning number 8. Into the box, Manny Pena. He could really use a knock here. 0 for 3 in the game so far. The 0-1 pitch. Pulls this one in the air out to left. James has a beat on it, looks it into his glove, and there's one gone.
Anytime you can win a game, let alone on the road, you have to feel really good about yourself. It's not easy going into that other team's ballpark and coming out with a win, but they did just that.
8-2. MLB's coverage of baseball on the show brings us to the home of the Braves, SunTrust Park. Tonight, the first of this quick two-game series between the Toronto Blue Jays and the Atlanta Braves. It's Braves baseball next. Brandon McCarthy gets the call for game one of the series. What do we need to know here, Danny?
Hey, Matt, we're getting a look at a guy that's really dependable. Last three starts, ERA just under 3.00, and that's some pretty good pitching. Minimizes the amount of walks, keeps his hits down, and if he can do more of the same of that, he should have some pretty good fortune in this one here today. Boy, so frustrating as a pitcher. You make a quality pitch on the in.
So that'll bring in Teoscar Hernandez. He'll be looking for better results in this one. He was 0 for 4 in the ballgame back on Sunday. Fly ball out to straightaway left. James is after it, and he hauls it in for the first out of the inning.
Time for a look at the Braves on D. And let's take a look at former #1 overall pick out of Vanderbilt University. That's Dansby Swanson. Look, this guy fits the part. Matinee idol looks, soft hands, and the ability to manipulate the ball all around the lot from the offensive side. Look for him to have an impact.
Stepping in for the Braves, Darren James, as he'll get his first opportunity in this one. First pitch coming. Here it is. And that one stayed too low, apparently. Guys, as the Jays take the field here tonight, they have not been playing their best baseball of late as they've dropped 4 of their last 5.
All right, Matty, they show up for game 1 of this road trip. They have to find a way to play a little bit better baseball. Coming off a recent homestand where they were only able to squeak out 3 wins. But at the end of the day, the way this team's been playing, 3 wins is a significant positive. So let's see how game 1 of this road trip treats them.
Bottom of the second here with no score. And it's fouled away. Sent in the air out to straightaway center. Hernandez is there to put it away, and the runner will be forced to retreat back to first. Here's Randall Grichuk. Smoke leads off first with a pair of outs in the inning. A swing and a drive sent out toward the gap. But that'll hit off the wall in left center. Smoke is on his way home.
He's coming.
He will score as they extend their lead to 2.
The pitcher was almost out of the inning, and I think he might have taken that 3rd out for granted. Instead, he gives up a 2-out RBI triple to make it 2-0.
Here's the 0-2. Skied in the air to straightaway left. James is under it. And that retires the side. So it's 2 runs on 3 hits, no errors, and a runner left on. At the plate, Darren James. He flew out in his last at-bat.
Darren James.
From the stretch, here's the pitch. Missed with a slider. No runs, just 1 hit and 1 error on the Atlanta line score. And looked like a definite pitcher's pitch there on the inside. 1-1. The 1-1 home. back up the middle. That's through for a base hit, and he's 1 for 2 now. Oh, but the feed to the shortstop is off the mark.
Boy, after that base knock right there, D-Roll, he extends his hitting streak to 7 games.
Yeah, and you can tell he's made some necessary adjustments at the plate. Anytime you're getting a knock every day of the week, you're doing things right. He's keeping that front shoulder tucked, staying inside the ball, not trying to do too much.
Hoping to send him packing. Pitch on its way. This is popped up. Smoke is there, and he's got it for the first out. On to first, and they get the double play. Next to bat for Toronto, Randall Grichuk, 2 for 2 with a triple on his batting line to this point. There's a swing, and he sends a ball high in the air into left field. James racing back, and this one is gone. A home run.
Oh, and that was really close to a long out. The left fielder had a beat on it, and he gave it a great effort, but he couldn't quite bring it back. Instead, it's a trip around the bases.
Here's Randall Grichuk. And Dan, after that home run, it looks like they might be able to end this losing streak that they've been mired in.
Yeah, and a win at this level feels really good, especially when it's been a while. They're on their way if they can play well the rest of the game.
And that'll get down out there near the wall. 1 run scores. Now a 3rd runner heading for the plate. Now the relay home. And it's not in time. He's safe. As on the play, 3 runs come across to score. Wow, have a day. The next to bat for Atlanta, Darren James. He's singled in 2 trips to the plate thus far. First pitch coming. Here it is. A fastball down near the shoe tops. And ooh, looked like a definite pitcher's pitch there on the inside. 1-1. The 1-1 is a fastball that misses. The 2-1 hit the other way out toward right field. Moving under it, Grichuk, and he makes the catch for the 2nd out. So he's just a 1/3 of an inning away from putting up another 0 as we take a look. Stepping in for the Jays, Russell Martin. He was punched out looking at strike 3 last time through. Now a ball crushed high in the air, deep to left, way back there, and that one is long gone.
Wow, that's what a pitcher gets for not putting what he thought was a bad call in the rearview mirror.
Into the box now, Curtis Granderson. He went down on strikes last time up.
Curtis Granderson.
The 0-1 on its way. A bouncer to the left side. Camargo's got it. And the throw forces him to lay out for that one, but he keeps a foot on the bag to record the out. Digging in to Oscar Hernandez. It was a backwards K, a strikeout looking for him in his last at bat. He's set, and the 1-2 pitch. Line drive to left. James is going to get there as he backs up to put it away, and there are 2 gone now.
Well, that wasn't exactly a nail-biter, but it's always nice when you can get an offensive explosion like that and save your closer for another day. A comfortable victory.
Now from Cobb County, Georgia, we're live inside SunTrust Park. Tonight we wrap up this brief 2-game series between the Toronto. Stepping up to the plate, Devin Travis. He'll get to take his first cuts here. And there's a line drive base hit to left field.
No runner, no runner. Hold it right there, hold it.
Boy, that's not a bad pitch right there. That's a pretty good sinker. He just happens to hook that one right into left field.
And now the Toronto number 4 hitter, Rendell Grichuk. He takes his first cuts in this one with a man at first and 2 away. Working for the punch out and the offering. Pulls this one in the air out to left. James moves over, makes the catch, and that'll retire the side. One left for Toronto. And now the Braves will step up for their first opportunity to score. Now at the plate, Darren James. He'll swing it from the left side right here.
One of the things this guy would like to do from the left side is swing it a little bit better against right-handed pitching. This guy has decent numbers, but not great numbers against right-handed pitchers.
Guys, as the Jays take the field here tonight, they did get the win last time out, but it hasn't been the best week for them as they've won just twice in their last 6 tries.
Yeah, Matty, I know we're getting ready for game 2, but yesterday, man, road trip got off to a great start. They pounded the baseball, pitched, played defense. This team comes in riding high into game 2.
And there are our umpires. Calling balls and strikes is Mr. Earl Hendricks.
Hey, D-Roll, Earl Hendricks, he's not a guy that gets a lot of complaints by either players or pitchers. He's a pretty good umpire.
Yeah, Dan, Earl's got a great track record in his sport. He's pretty consistent, and overall, he's been a fair umpire.
Now the 2-1 pitch. Lifted the other way to left center. Hernandez will range to his left as he tracks this one down in left center for the second out of the inning. And time now to take a look at how these Braves are lined up. Standing in, Troy Tulowitzki. And he's a guy really in need of something to click at the plate right now. It's been a rough go for him. This one's flared out toward left. Galvis into shallow left. He can't get to it. This one's down.
Coming, 2-2-2.
And he'll pull into second with 1 away. Russell Martin now. He went deep in the contest last night.
Russell Martin.
Hit on the ground out to short. And that's through into left, a base hit. And they won't risk it at third, so they're at the corners now with only 1 away.
You know, D-Roll, the old school thinking sometimes is when you're going through a bad streak like this guy, any way you can get on a little jam shot, even though it wasn't.
Digging in now, Darren James. He flew out in his last at-bat. First delivery to him on the way. Takes a knee-high fastball.
Well, that was a big 2-out single we just saw, and for pretty obvious reasons. The inning went from totally under control to now. He's got to deal with some dangerous hitters here with a runner on base, and this is how 2-out rallies start.
0-1, here it comes. Hit hard to short. And he'll go the short way to retire the side. Now to the plate, Troy Tulowitzki. He singled his last time up. 2 runs, 5 hits, and no errors in the game for Toronto. Now here's Tulowitzki with the ball hit high and deep out to left field. Into the second deck and gone.
Wow, not every call is going to go your way. And there are some pitchers that pitchers think are pitchers' pitches, and you don't get that, and it puts you in a bad spot, and you can tell that it.
So that'll bring in Teoscar Hernandez. He cashed in with a 2-run double his first trip to the plate. Hit in the air out to straightaway left. James has a play, 1 away.
Hey, no runner, eat it.
Ready now, Devin Travis, and their runners at the corners now. Hit high and deep out there to left center field. James ranging back at the track. But he can't get there as this hops over the wall for a ground rule double, and a bit of a break on defense as only one run is going to score.
Well, he hit that one pretty well all the way out to the warning track, and clearly there's some hard dirt out there because that ball bounced.
Coming to the plate now, Darren James, as the switch hitter will take his cuts left-handed here. First pitch coming, here it is. Right over the middle, knee high. Both teams with 8 hits in this one. This is line to left. Hernandez is right there as he'll put it away without much problem for the second out. So a crucial moment here, and standing in, Darren James, and he does so representing the possible go-ahead run. Ready with the first pitch. Here it comes. And that slider's almost in the dirt.
This is where you got to take stock in the situation. Adjust your batting gloves and realize you need a gapper to score this guy from first. If nothing less, pass the baton to the guy behind you and keep the line moving.
Here it comes, 1-0. Inside, and he falls behind the hitter now, 2-0.
Boy, he just looks locked in at the plate right now to me. His numbers in recent games have been very good, and those were 2 stone-cold takes right there that put himself in a great hitter's count.
Too high, and it's 3-0. Here it is, the 3-0 is laid off, but in there for strike 1.
This is where, if you're the batter, one pitch, one spot, and you get the barrel of the bat to that baseball as quick as possible with damage on your mind.
The 3-1 pitch takes a strike for a full count now, 3-2.
Full count with 2 outs now, so if he could put the ball in the gap somewhere, he could have a good shot of driving in a run because the runner at first will be in motion.
A little bouncer. That winds up foul. And he comes back with a fastball. Strike 3 called, and the inning is over. Braves strand 1, and the deficit holds at 5-4. Ready once again, Kendrys Morales. He got on top of one and was a ground out victim last time. Payoff pitch on its way. Sharp ground ball to third. And a base hit into left field, so they've got themselves a 1-out base runner.
Excellent work putting the finishing touches on this one, picking up save number 30 now on the year.
Now from the Peach State, we're just about set for evening baseball from SunTrust Park. Tonight, Sean Newcomb, a left-hander from Massachusetts, will be doing the starting pitching here. What do you have for us on him, Danny?
One of the things that jumps out if you look at that stat sheet, a very high whip coming into this start. One of the things he's going to have to do a much better job, keep traffic off the bases, keep the walks down.
And we'll have to leave it there as the play is made here to end the inning. So 1, 2, 3 go the Diamondbacks. And now the Braves will get their initial shot here. No score. Digging in for his second at-bat, Paul Goldschmidt. Flied out in his first at-bat, so make him 0 for 1 so far. 2-1, here it is. Lifted in the air out to left field. James moves over. No trouble with this one, and the inning is over. So it winds up being 4 runs on no hits, remarkably, as I have no idea what's going on down there. We'll go to the bottom half of inning number 2. It's the Diamondbacks 4 and the Braves nothing. Digging in the switch hitter, Darren James. Runner at first to start the inning. And Dan, when it comes to pitching in the rain, what changes?
I think the most difficult part, Matt, is the ball gets slippery. It's hard to keep your hands dry. And if you don't have a good feel on that grip, it's hard to control where you're going to throw the ball.
First pitch of the at-bat on its way. And that misses for ball 1. Yeah, the rain starting to intensify here. It's coming down a little heavier now. We'll see how much longer the umpires can wait.
Yeah, Matt, right now this doesn't look too good. I wouldn't be surprised if we don't see the umpires come out and bring the ground crew out here. The infield around the mound and around the home plate area is really getting soaking wet. And I can't anticipate this going on very much longer.
Come on, run it, run it, run it, run
Sent
it, run
back
it.
up the middle to second for 1. On to Goldschmidt, a double play. Striding in once again, Darren James. He'll swing it from the left side right here.
This is somewhat of a cause for concern. This guy needs to hit better left-handed against right-handed pitching.
A fastball here as he'll take a look at ball 1. 1-0. Really starting to pour now, and the forecast is not showing any signs of a break in the weather.
Total agreement, Matt, and particularly that pitcher's mound. You know, one of the things you have to really be careful, not just for the position players, but that mound gets awfully slippery and awfully wet when it becomes moist like it is right now. So the umpires are going to have to really pay attention to the conditions on the field.
Greinke comes set. Here's the 2-0. Down low, and the plot thickens here. 3-0.
You can bet he's salivating a little in the box right now. He likes to drive in runs, and he's got a great situation and count to do that right here.
Here it is, the 3-0. Fly ball out to straightaway left. Ahmed shading to his right, and that retires the side. Braves digging in to try it again. Darren James. He flew out in his last at-bat. Here's the first pitch now from Greinke. And he lays off a pitch in there for the first strike. Flowers, the runner at first with 2 gone. Now a fastball off the plate away. A ball and a strike. And he fouls this one off. Here's Greinke's 1-2. Swing and a little tapper. That's a foul ball. A runner on first with 2 away. High fly ball out to straightaway center. Pollock has a read on it, and that's the 3rd out. So it's 2 runs. Stepping in and ready for another shot, Darren James starting things for his side in the 9th as they face the improbable odds of trying to come back in this one.
Yeah, not a lot of hope for them at this point. But these guys know these bats still count, at least for their own stats. You can't mill in your chances as a professional.
He comes set. Here's the 0-0 pitch. And a ball 1-0. Fouled away. Hit in the air out to left field. Tomas has a beat on it, and he hauls it in for the first out of the inning.
Yeah, that's what you want to do when you're playing on the road. Take it right to the home squad and get a win. Now the pressure is off. If they get one of the next 2, the series is theirs.
11-5 the final tally in this one. The Arizona Diamondbacks took the lead in the 2nd inning and rode that until the very end. Zach Greinke earns his team leading 11th win. So that'll put a wrap on things here this evening. For my partners Dan Plesac and Mark DeRosa, I'm Matt Vasgersian. This has been a special presentation of MLB The Show. For more, follow us on Twitter at MLB The Show. Now from SunTrust. Here's Paul Goldschmidt now. And as you check out his righty-lefty splits, no surprise that he hits better against southpaws than he does against right-handers. Line softly out toward left center. And there's a base hit as the Diamondbacks are going to get on the board first. It's 1-0. And he'll pull into second here with nobody out.
And it looks like they're picking up right where they left off last night, where they posted some big offensive numbers. Well, he keeps the party going with a double here. Got to be a tall order to duplicate last night's performance, but they'll give it a try.
Now it's driven the other way with some authority, headed toward the foul pole.
1-1-1.
See you later. Over the wall, a home run.
Yeah, these guys came into this game with a plan, and they've executed it really well at the ditch.
Here's Yasmani Tomas. The season batting average comes in down in the 240s.
Yasmani Tomas.
This is hit high in the air out toward left center. James on the move. He makes the catch. A great effort to get there and record the first out of the inning. With that, the batting order for the visiting area. Next will be the cleanup hitter, Darren James, looking for better results than last night when he went 0 for 4 in that one. From the belt, the pitch. In there for strike 1, 0-1. Well, guys, these Diamondbacks, as they begin play, 4-2 over their last 6 games, including a win last time out.
Yeah, guys, after the first 4 games on this road trip, they find themselves 2-2, kind of par for the course. But they got to find a way to play a little bit better today, kind of turn the tide and get it working in a positive direction.
Here's the 0-2. And a check swing here, but he holds up far too late as it's strike 3 and the inning is over. Left for Atlanta. Up next for Arizona, Daniel Descalso reached base via the walk in his first plate appearance. The 2-2. This is line to left, and that'll get down for a 2-out single. So the 2-out base hit and the top of the inning is still alive.
Cut it.
And now he'll get into scoring position with 2 away.
That's how quickly things...
Stepping in for the Braves, Darren James. 0 for 1 here in the early going. First pitch of the at-bat on its way. A high fastball is in there. Now the 0-1. Sliders in for a strike.
Now on 0-2, I don't think we're going to see any more hittable fastballs. If we see one at all, it'll probably be extended out of the zone, or at least that'll be the intent.
Count is 1-2 now. Lofted in the air out toward right center. Oh, and he misses it. Running hard. He's digging for second. And he'll reach second now with one away. Trying to pick things up where he left off. Kurt Suzuki. Lifetime numbers against Robbie Ray. Batting a robust .350. He's taken him deep once. On the ground to the left side. And that's through into left, a base hit. James rounds third and is digging for the plate. The tag, and he is out. Digging in and looking for more, Daniel Descalso. It was a two-bagger for him in his last at-bat. Hit on the ground toward the left. And that's through for another base hit. He'll make it 2 for 2 in this one.
Kind of looked like he had gotten his bearings there. Dan was going to have a 1-2-3 inning, but not the case, giving up that late 2-out knock.
Boy, this lineup is so deep, 1 through 9. They could put a hurting on him work, and he's given up a lot of base.
Ready for another chance, Darren James, as he'll look to bring home that tying run from second with a base hit into the outfield. In the dirt and blocked behind the plate. And a heads-up play to get back to first, as he wisely hadn't gotten too far from the bag. Looking to punch him out again. The pitch. They really bunch him up on that one as he swings and misses for the first out.
That's 10 strikeouts for him now, and I'll tell you, he could rack up quite a few more before he's done. Still a lot of game left in this one.
Now in the box, Ketel Marte. He'll be the first to swing it here in the Arizona 6th inning. Here's a weakly hit fly ball off to the left side. In there, a base hit. Not in time, and he's in there with a double. So quickly into scoring position here following the opposite field double. Ready for another shot now, Darren James. He'll look to bounce back after striking out his last time up. And that misses, ball one. The 1-0 home. Misses, ball two.
Well, here's a guy we know is swinging it pretty well at the plate lately, and based on those last two pitches, I think I know why. He's doing a great job of putting himself at counts where he's likely to be successful.
Takes a fastball on the inside corner. Four runs, 5 hits, and 1 error on the Atlanta line score. Swing, line drive. That's going to be trouble. Legs churning. He's headed for second. And he is into second with a 2-out double.
Hey guys, I like the execution by the batter there. He got a hanger in the middle of the plate. He could have come unglued, but he didn't. He stayed focused and drove a line drive base hit.
Digging in once again, Kurt Suzuki. Runner in scoring position with Sugan. Now the 2-1. Down the third baseline.
Come on.
And this will get by him at third. Down the line. It's a fair ball. And that's going to bring in the run from second to make this a 1-run game now.
That's it right there. Take a look around. See what they're playing.
Ready now for the Diamondbacks. Yasmani Tomas. Too much 0 for 4, but this is a great opportunity to make amends.
Well, when your team really needs you, like they need it right here, you have to be able.
And this ball's pretty well struck high and deep to left field.
1-1-1.
And it's gone.
Boy, talk about how an inning can get away from you, right? 3-run homer already in this inning. They've yet to give up an out, and this could turn out to be one of those.
Coming to the plate now, Ketel Marte. He's got 3 hits, including a double to this point. The 1-2. Skied in the air to straightaway left. And that's going to fall for a base hit. And the second run will score as well.
They just keep pouring it on this inning. That's 5 runs so far, and they're.
So now it'll be the 4-hole hitter, Darren James. He'll try to follow up the double in his last at-bat with another big hit right here. And here's a fastball called for strike 1. As we near the end of this one, it's clear the long ball has played a big role in today's outcome. Dan, D-Row, what are your final thoughts on what we've seen?
Yeah, just non-competitive pitches in some big situations, Dan, and the offense took full advantage of it.
You know, D-Row, one of the things about pitching is you want to have location, and it was obvious in this one today that the pitchers weren't on point, and what happens when that happens? Hitters make you pay, and the long ball was a big part of this one here.
Got him to go down swinging there. Darren James goes down, and they've got only 1 out left to work with.
Well, it's getting more and more common in baseball now these days to use a ton of pitchers to get through a game, and it took 6 here to get the job done, but hey, they'll do whatever they can to get a W.
From Cobb County, Georgia, we welcome you to baseball from SunTrust Park. Today, the 3rd and final. Now at the plate, A.J. Pollock. And we are ready for some daytime baseball. The windup and the 0-1. This is line to left. And a base hit, so early trouble to lead off the inning. And that'll bring in the middle infielder, Ketel Marte. They'll be trying to duplicate his performance from yesterday when he finished with a 4-for-5 line at the plate. He's running. This is hit the other way out toward left field. James has him played perfectly as he puts it away for out number 1. Time now to look at the Diamondbacks starting lineup. In Darren James, as he'll get his first opportunity in this one. First offering on its way. Now a 58-foot curveball that misses for a ball. So guys, these Diamondbacks, as they begin play, 4-2 over their last 6 games, including a win last time out.
Yeah, Matty, without question. They find themselves in this position today. They got a chance to sweep the series on Sunday and make it a miraculous weekend.
Boy, D-Row, it's always a nice way to finish off a weekend. You win a big game on Saturday, and to close it off with a win here and a sweep on Sunday would really be sweet for this ball club.
Stepping up to the plate, Freddie Galvis. He appeared as a pinch hitter in yesterday's contest. The 2-2. Swing and a little blooper to center.
Halfway. Round it hard, round it hard.
And that'll get down for a base hit. Flowers rounds the corner and is headed home. And he's safe at the plate as they take the lead.
Good job right there. Good at that.
Hey, this team's been in a pretty bad funk, D-Row. They've had a difficult time scoring and winning any game, so to strike early, that RBI single right there is awfully big.
Yeah, and hopefully the pitcher's able to breathe a sigh of relief, Dan, like you say all the time. Give me some early runs and let me relax and attack the zone.
I've always said, D-Row, you score me 6 runs, I'm going to win a lot of games.
Digging in, Johan Camargo. And he's got runners at the corners here with only 1 gone. Here it is on 3-1. And he misses here for ball 4. Already 2 walks surrendered in his first couple of innings of work. So in now is the Atlanta pitcher, Aaron Blair. It could really open this lead up early if he can deliver here with the bases loaded. pulled high in the air out to left field. Tomas has a read on it, and he makes the catch for the second out. And it's a sac fly and an RBI. It's now a 2-0 game.
Obviously, he's hoping for more up there with the bases loaded, but you can't be too upset with the sac fly.
So striding in, Darren James. He reached on a single in his first try.
One of the keys to securing a win, they want to keep the pressure on and try to build that lead as much as they can moving into the later innings.
In there, 0-1. Coming down in buckets, cats and dogs. Insert metaphor here, and the forecast is not showing any signs of relief.
You know, one of the big issues is player safety, and right now this field is getting sloppy wet, Matt, and I don't know how much more rain this field can take.
From the windup, the 1-1 pitch. Goes down and gets it as this is bounced to short. Marte has it, and that's out number 1. Striding into the box, Darren James, 1 for 2 on his line so far in the game. First pitch of the at-bat on its way. Takes a look down at the knees for a strike. Well, you don't need us to tell you, it's really starting to come down out there. I can't imagine the umpires will let this go too much longer if it doesn't ease up.
Well, you could say that again, Matt. It's raining cats and dogs out there. Make sure you don't step in a poodle. I think it's time to get the grounds crew out.
0-1 pitch on its way. This is on the ground over to first. And that's through into right field for a base hit.
Come on, get out, get out, get out.
The relay, the tag, and he is out at second. At the plate, Darren James.
Number 8, Darren James.
From the stretch. Missed with a slider. Line to the right side. And that's in there. Base hit. And that runner will go no further than second as there are 2 aboard now.
Wow, talk about having a pretty special game. That's his 3rd single of the game, D-Row. 3 for 4. Not a bad game.
Yeah, just not trying to do too much, Dan. Taking what the pitcher's giving him right here. If the fastball's away, shooting it the other way. If he's got something hanging in the middle of the plate, turning and burning a little bit. Nice execution.
Hit hard on the ground to first. A dive, but he can't knock it down. It's through for a base hit.
Man, I thought this at-bat was over. Down 0-2. He's able to work himself back into a hitter's count, 2-2, and he's able to find the knockout there.
Second baseman.
The next to bat for Atlanta, Ozzie Albies. No hits for him yet in the game despite his team's offensive onslaught. Slider, oh, look out as that one just about took his nose off.
Everyone relax. Not a fastball right there. Obviously a little arm side run. He missed his spot. No big deal.
Popped him up.
Halfway, find the ball.
Descalzo backs up and takes care of it. 2 away. Standing in, Johan Camargo. He's 0 for 2 in the ballgame so far. This is hit high in the air out toward left center. Pollard is there as he makes the catch, and they'll tightrope out of danger.
Well, there's no doubt they've looked pretty inept the last 5 games, but they got the monkey off their back here with the win and are hoping to build on that.